Next tonight to California, where the state attorney general believes that one of those 2024 Republican presidential candidates, Governor Ron DeSantis, may be involved in what the AG has compared to state-sanctioned kidnapping after a plane of migrants arrived in Sacramento on Friday. A second plane also touched down there today. Joining us now for more is California's Attorney General Rob Bonta. Thank you so much for your time tonight. So the faith-based community organizing group Sacramento Act says the first plane of 16 migrants was approached outside of a center in El Paso by a private contractor who promised jobs and other assistance. They were then bused to New Mexico and flown to Sacramento. Is it your understanding that the migrants were misled and didn't know where they were being taken?
Yes, in short, and that's based on direct conversations that I've had with a number of them who indicated that they were promised help finding jobs if they got on the plane. And after they got off the plane, rather than receiving any help finding jobs, as was represented to them, they were dumped and deserted and left without any contact for how to be in touch with those who had brought them there. The individuals who dumped them and deserted them said, "We'll be right back," and never came back. They knew they weren't coming back. They deceived them and misled them and lied to them. And that's morally bankrupt. It's cruel. It's inhumane. It's wrong. These are individuals who have come long journeys, fleeing violence and oppression and seeking safety. They're asylum seekers. And that's how they were treated. They were deceived and lied to instead of supported with compassion and empathy.
So you say it was wrong. Is it illegal if the migrants were not aware of where this group was taking them?
That we're still determining, and we are investigating all of the facts. We're completing interviews with the first set of asylum seekers who were flown to Sacramento, those first 16, and there's 20 more who are now with us in Sacramento that we will need to interview and get facts from, hear what was represented to them, what they were told, what they believed, what they were informed. And we will identify any violations of criminal law, whether it be misdemeanors or felonies, and any potential violations of civil law. At this time, we're not at a place where we are able to make the final legal conclusion. We need to complete our factual investigation.
Your office told us that the company Virtual Systems is responsible for these two planes. That group was reportedly paid by Governor Ron DeSantis' administration last year in order to transport migrants to Martha's Vineyard. What do you know about this group and its possible ties to Governor Ron DeSantis?
We think it's the same group. It's Virtual Systems. They were involved in the Martha's Vineyard flight. They were involved in the flight to Sacramento on Friday from New Mexico and to Sacramento from New Mexico today. So this, from all indications, all arrows point to, this is the official program of the state of Florida, of Ron DeSantis' state of Florida. And mind you, these asylum seekers were identified by Virtual Systems employees, the vendor for the state of Florida. Not in Florida were they identified. They were identified in Texas, another state. So state tax dollars from Florida being used for a private company to identify asylum seekers in Texas and then fly them to California or Martha's Vineyard. We believe it's the same company.
I know that you said that you're still determining just how illegal any of this was. Governor Newsom, as you know, has floated the possibility of kidnapping charges against Governor Ron DeSantis. Is that remotely on the table for you right now?
Yes, it's one of the crimes that we're looking at. It, of course, has certain legal elements that need to be present that we believe we can prove beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury. And so before we charge that, we need to make sure that we are able to meet that standard. There are other sort of lesser included forms of kidnapping. There are also potential civil violations. So kidnapping is something that we're looking at, and the element of duress is important in that instance. We are also looking at other potential legal violations, criminal and civil.
Have any Florida officials contacted you or your office about these flights?
Haven't heard a thing from any Florida official.
Have you talked with anyone in the federal government about this?
Not at this time. Right now, we are focused on developing the facts of what's happening here and tracking down all of the connected parts of the story and the process, from the Florida $12 million budget to the contracting with Fertile Systems and the plane flights that came here. We're also very focused, of course, on care, compassion, dignity, respect, support, services, and programs being given to the asylum seekers and making sure that they're safe.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta, we thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.